Let's now try and understand as to what may happen at the crucial Congress Working Committee meet today. What are the scenarios that may arise here on? Scenario one, of course, Sonia Gandhi likely to insist on resigning as the Congress president. And then you have scenario two, where a demand to make Rahul Gandhi as the Congress president may be raised. And then you have scenario three, where Sonia could continue, but on condition that the new president is chosen soon, which is the current scenario already. It might just prolong for a little longer. And then you have scenario four, where a proposal for 2 to 4 vice presidents or working presidents will be raised. In fact, this was on the minds of the Congress chiefs for a while now, that along with a president from the Gandhi family, they are also going to have few others, 2 to 4 vice presidents, to try and balance the power play there. Anand Patel joining us live for more details on this. Anand, it's quite a crucial meet today for the Congress to decide on who is going to lead the party, who is going to be the president of the Congress party. The situation right now remains that Congress President Sonia Gandhi is the interim chief until a new president takes over. What's the sentiment among party members? We hear a growing clamour around Sonia Gandhi to continue, while Rahul Gandhi insists that he doesn't want to take over. What next then? Who next?
Well, as far as the sentiments, as you asked Nabila, the sentiment is very clear. It is divided and divided into two clear camps. After this letter, which was written by a section of leaders, became public. Now, a section of leaders who've written this letter, they want party elections to take place and a leader should be formally elected. Now, they are saying that the current scenario in the party is mindless drift. It is very categorical in what they've said. And they want a change, a party to be of them on the sidelines. Now, that is their grudge. But as far as the Congress party is concerned, you've seen the kind of clamour which has been going around in the party. First, when there were talks and reports that Sonia Gandhi is keen to step down. Clearly, she is the interim president, and when she took over last year, it was for a period of 1 year, which came to an end on the August of 10. So a CWC was due, and that is what is taking place, because once the tenure expires, it has to be ratified by the CWC once again. Sonia Gandhi obviously is not very keen. She has said this so many times. Even when the party leaders forced her last year to become or to take over the charge, she was not very keen. So that is known. And again, the clamour is growing that if Sonia Gandhi doesn't want to be or wishes to be to continue as the party president, then Rahul Gandhi should take over. He's the natural choice, and this was what pointed out by senior party leaders, veterans like even Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh. So that is one. And also, there is a possibility that since Rahul Gandhi is not very keen at the moment, remember he had pointed out last time he resigned that a non-Gandhi should become a party president. That wish has not been fulfilled. So there are chances that a compromise or a consensus candidate of the stage of Dr. Manmohan Singh
we're keenly watching
can take over.
Possibly at 11 a.m. A decision may just come about, or status quo may prevail. All that and more maybe at 11 o'clock, the meeting that we'll be able to establish post that. Anand, thank you very much for joining us with those details. In fact, India Today's consulting editor Rajdeep Sardesai spoke to Congress leader Ashwani Kumar on the massive Congress churn. Let's take a listen.
Joining me now is the senior Congress leader and former Union Minister Ashwani Kumar, one of those who has come out to say that Sonia Gandhi must stay on. Ashwani Kumar, why do you believe that Sonia Gandhi must stay on when she herself has indicated enough is enough? She wants someone else to take over. Why are you putting pressure on her to stay on? Are you telling me that the grand old party has no one else who can take over?
It's not a question of anybody putting pressure on her. The fact is that at this point of time in the party's history, there is no other unifying leader who can ensure the unity within party ranks as well as give direction to the party to meet the challenges that we face. And it is a no ordinary situation that we face today. It is true, and it is not a fortunate happenstance that we are today in a position where we have no other leader who is acceptable within the party. Mrs. Gandhi has led the party from the front for the last several years. She had earned the goodwill of the party, and therefore today, at this particular juncture, her unifying leadership is essential. It is not my case that that will be the situation forever and ever. Parties go on, the country will go on, and as will the Congress party. But today, we do not have one common
the
leader.
fact is, Mr. Ashwani Kumar, Dr. Ashwani Kumar, extraordinary times call, I agree, for extraordinary measures, but surely the extraordinary measure could be to try out someone outside the Gandhi family. You can't go any lower than you have in the last couple of elections. That's in terms of elections. Plus, as those who have written a letter to the Congress leadership seem to suggest, you need a more visible leadership today. You need a leadership that's available on the ground. Mrs. Gandhi's health prevents her from being that kind of visible leader. So what's the harm in trying out someone else?
You do not go for change for the sake of change. You always go in for change for the better, if the change is for the better. Now, I have been a congressman for the last 40 years of my life. I can, in all sincerity, tell your viewers and on record that I myself do not find one single leader who will inspire the kind of confidence that we need today. And as far as elections are concerned, as far as searching for a new leader is concerned, let me tell you, political adventurism is not the best thing at difficult times. These are very challenging times. We first have to keep our party together. That is our first priority.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.